Hello comic book lovers, it is I, Chris, your broke comic book collector. Today's video is I was tagged by Los's Comic Journey in the top 5 comic book covers in my collection. Now I did some digging and I found out it was started by 22 Comics. He started about a year ago. Los tagged me about 9 months ago, but with this house taking up so much of my time, I never paid attention on my YouTube studio where it has a tab where it says mentions, and that's where I found where Los tagged me, but I never checked it because I was just so busy with this house. So what I tried to do with this tag video is, now Los is absolutely right. I have about 3,000 comics, and for me to go through and find only 5 covers that I love, that's a tall order to do. So I tried to do this with my favorite artist, but I would be looking and then I would find a book and I'm like, oh yeah, I love that, but it wasn't by one of my favorite artists. So I just picked 5 covers that I loved. I know I'm gonna find more later on, but these are 5 that I love. Now, first of all, I do have some honorable mentions, and first up is Marvel Spotlight number 28. I guess it's just the yellow part of this cover that drew me to this book. Now I want to get this book graded at some time. I just don't know when's the right time to do it. And next we have the Savage She-Hulk number 1. Now I love the Incredible Hulk number 1 cover, and I love the homage covers to that, and that's why I have this book in this list. Well, honorable mention part of this list. And the final honorable mention is Thor 337. Now I remember this book when it was on the shelf. I don't know why I didn't buy it, but I mean, I love this part where Beta Ray Bill is like smashing the corner box, and I don't know if there's a name for the price and the comics code, and the title is just I love that. Actually, I love that when they do that to any video, any comic book cover. Now on with the top 5 covers in my collection. First up is, okay, they're not in any real order. I mean, yes, the last book is my absolute favorite cover. The first one is by an artist that he's hit or miss. Sometimes he has some books that I think are great, and others I don't know what the hell he was thinking. This is Clayton Crane. This is Spider-Man number 1. I don't remember if this is a big time collectibles or what this was, but I found this. I think this is better than the original by Todd McFarlane. Even though that's great and I love Todd McFarlane, I just think Clayton Crane nailed this when he did this cover. And down there, I don't know if it's going to come through, but it's, what's that say? Clayton. Oh, this bag's ripped. Another bag is ripped. Clayton after McFarlane, I think that says down there. I can't tell, but it looked like he kept the same Torment here, and it looks like that's the same too. Absolutely love this cover. Now we have Neil Adams, and I picked this book because, I mean, the feeling I get off of this cover. This is Green Lantern number 85. Absolutely love this cover. You can tell, or well, I can, like Green Arrow, the pain, the disappointment in him when he finds out that Speedy is a drug addict. And even in Speedy, I mean, you could see in his face I guess it's disappointment, I'll say, in his face that he knows he's doing these drugs and he shouldn't be doing them. And even Green Lantern, you can tell, because Green Arrow was always on Green Lantern for, I guess, not helping the little guy, I guess you could say. And the fact that now Green Lantern can sit there and point out to Green Arrow that his sidekick is a drug addict right under the nose of him, and he never ever knew it. I just love the feeling all them characters portray off of that cover. And next is, I'm gonna put my books at. Next is a Disney book with my favorite Disney character on it, and the artist is slowly creeping up in there as becoming one of my favorite cover artists. He'll never take the top spot, but he'll come close. This is Disney's Comics and Stories. It's by Gabriel Del Otto. I think this is, yes, it's a Scorpion Comics, which they're not around anymore. I think they're a different company. And another bag that's ripped. Jeez, oh man. But Goofy is my favorite Disney character. I absolutely love this cover. I love the drawing he did of Goofy on this. He did Mickey Mouse. He did Uncle Scrooge, Donald Duck. He did another Mickey Mouse, but it was like a gold foil. The original was just like black and white. But yeah, I have the Uncle Scrooge, the new Mickey Mouse one he did, and the Donald Duck one. But being Goofy's my favorite Disney character, I had to go with Goofy. Next is, okay, my favorite, absolute favorite cover artist. And it's Brian Boland, and in my opinion, nobody, and I mean nobody, draws the Joker better than Brian Boland. You get so much feeling out of that Joker face when Brian Boland draws the Joker. So you probably figured out the book. It is Batman the Killing Joke. I absolutely love, I mean, look at the Joker. I mean, you can tell, you know, what he's done, and he's taking a picture of Barbara Gordon, and he's like taking pride in it almost out of that face. I mean, it is, Brian Boland nailed the Joker on this cover. Absolutely love Brian Boland's Joker. I love Brian Boland, but I just love his Joker. Love it. Finally, the last book. This was a book I got at a convention. No, I didn't get the book at the convention. I got the book off the shelf, and I took it to a convention. This is Venomized #1, the blank variant. I know I showed this on my channel before, but whenever I see this book, I mean, I smile. I just love this cover. It turned out gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. It was done by Brian and Brandon Frame in Akron in 2019. Now, when I took it down there, I'll tell the story. I took a couple of books with me to give them a choice, and they went with this one, and I told them I wanted the Flash, but being it's Venomized book, I wanted the Flash to be Venomized. But the Frame brothers also do like Three Stooges. So I wanted it, one of the Stooges, not Shemp, I'm not a big Shemp fan, but one of the Stooges, and they came up with this. I don't know who does the pencils, I don't know who does the inking and the coloring, but whoever, they both did it. It turned out beautifully. I love these lines. It makes me feel like Curly is actually running, and the question mark, because it doesn't know if it's going to be Flash or Venom or what it's going to be, and the whoop 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 down. Absolutely love this cover. My favorite, absolute favorite cover in my collection. All right, now I have to tag a few people. I have I have 5 people I want to tag. First is Death Knight Comics. He's been doing this for about 9 months now, and he's getting a lot better. He is up and coming. I think he's a No Face channel, and I enjoy a lot of the stuff he does on his channel. And then I have to look at this name. Next we got KJ's Porch Puppy Comics. He's been doing this about 8 months. He's a pastor. So he brings a little bit of the word into the video, and I actually like that because I haven't been going to church for a long time, so it's nice to hear some of the word. I believe he's about my age because he seems to enjoy a lot of the Copper Age. And next, after that, we have Tempest from Mars. He's been doing his channel for about 2 years, but it's been only like 8 months since he's been doing comic books. Before that, it was all video game stuff, and I'm not a big video game person. He's only got, and he's another one under 100 subscribers, but I believe he's from Ireland or Scotland, not too sure. But some of the books he shows, he's more into the Silver Age. I love looking at the Silver Age because I don't always pick that stuff up. And then we have Near Mint Mando. He's been about under a year. He lives in somewhere in Miami area, I want to say. And some of the books he shows, he goes after some good books. So I'd love to see him pick some of his top 5. And finally, we have somebody who's been doing this longer than me. He's been about 6 years doing this. And that is Bub's Comics. No, wait a minute. It's Bub's World. Unless he changes it back to Bub's Comics. But I know some of the books he picks up. He does a lot of Golden Age stuff. He picks up what he likes. I know what he likes to pick up. He does good girl art and he shows a lot of that. So I can imagine what his top 5 comic book covers are. Now, if you've been tagged, go ahead and link your video in the comments to this video, because I was doing the digging to see who started this, and it had been a lot easier just to go in the comments of the video and pick that way. Then I could be able to see who did what video. So if somebody sees this, they could go into the comments and then see your video and check out your video on this. So comic book lovers, that's the video. Thank you for watching. Have a fantabulous day, and I will see you later.